Tega,
Tunde, how far?
what are you doing? You want to spite me? Oh, so it's true.
What's true?
Yes. My best friend dating my ex-girlfriend. For what?
Tunde,
For
calm
what, Tega?
down.
For what?
Tunde, calm down. You have broken up with this girl for a very long time, and think you guys have gotten over each other. So I didn't see any big deal in that. Is there a big deal in that? There's no big deal. And besides, I was going to tell you before I make things official. You will be in the
But you
know.
already told other people before me. How am I supposed to believe you? Oh, look here. You can date her all you care. But you and I, we are done.
Tunde,
done.
come. Let's discuss this. Let's settle this. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the program Hot Button, a program that talks about young people and relationship. Sometimes it may happen that you begin to realize you are developing feelings for your friend's ex. You may know that you probably shouldn't act on these feelings, but a lot of young people have wondered what to do. My name is Johnny, and today I have with me on the program
Nicole.
and
Ifeoluwakiishi.
you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
So, today we are looking at the topic dating a friend's ex. Dating a friend's ex. Now, tell me, why such a big deal about dating a friend's ex?
There's such a very big deal about dating a friend's ex because I would not want to be in a situationship whereby I feel like I'm a backstabber to my friend. So that's why I would never date an ex. But I don't believe in never say never, but I would not just want to date an ex.
Well, you can't predict what will happen, but ordinarily speaking,
Yes.
you wouldn't want to put yourself in a situation like that.
Yes.
All right, let me hear from you.
I don't see a problem dating a friend's ex.
I would like to know why you don't see a problem.
Because normally we don't control what we feel. So if the girl catches my eye or she's who I want, after I'm sure they're over with whatever they had, I'll go for her. It's not a problem.
Oh, but I was thinking we could control our feelings. Well, who says we cannot control our feelings? Why not?
Control your feelings.
Oh, okay. We can, but we can't choose who we like.
We can't still?
We can't.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I used to think you can actually choose who you like.
You can't choose who you like.
You can't really choose who you like.
You can't really choose who you like. Because there are some times that you be like, oh, let me go for this guy. And like when you get to know him, you just like, nah.
Or
So
you might actually notice some of things out of the person. After you get to know the person, then you know that this is not the way forward for you.
I'm just learning that today. Like, you can't choose who you like, because most times as a young guy, I see the person I like and then I make the move towards the person, and then that's how.
But when you make the move towards the person, you would see some things that just...
Red flags.
Yeah, red flags.
Yeah, because I'm going there with my own red flags too. So when two red flags come together, we could make a very beautiful rose out of that red flag.
That's going to be a toxic relationship.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
But because there is room for understanding for two people. I'm actually happy on that, because he said you can't choose who you like. But let's get to this question. How does dating a friend's ex, how will it affect the relationship with a friend? Let me start with you. You who find it cool, like there's no problem, how would that affect your relationship with your friend?
So far, the friend doesn't see a problem in me dating the ex.
Do you think a friend will not see a problem when his girl breaks up with him and then he's dating you?
That is that situation whereby it's the girl that ends the relationship.
Okay.
But so far, he's the one that ends the relationship. That means he's totally done with her. And if she ends with him, that means she's totally done with him. I'll go on to ask the two of them if they're done with each other. And if they say yes, they have nothing then there's no problem.
And you think your friend will be cool with that? That it doesn't affect, you wouldn't even be kind of, you know, careful with your friendship with him or something like that? You still go all the way to be friends with him?
I will.
And then you
but
think
that's
you-
when timing comes in. Timing, like the time between when they ended and when I'm actually going for her or
What
chasing
if
after
you
her.
go immediately for her after you break up?
Okay, I'm wondering.
Immediately can be 2 months or 3 months. Immediately can be maybe days after. But after 6 months and a year, why would you be waiting?
I feel 6 months is still a fresh breakup, to be very honest, because it's not everyone who leaves a relationship and immediately picks up themselves and say, oh, I'm moving on. Like,
So 6 months.
6
too
months
short.
is still a fresh and a very,
6
very
months,
early
that's
breakup.
180
I'm wondering.
days.
I'm wondering. What are you giving a time for? 6 months for the other person
Is it
to heal,
or
or for what? I don't get it
6 months for
exactly.
the other person to heal is too small, because you're in a relationship, you are giving your all, and the next thing,
so how long?
how long? 2 years.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, so
2
what
years.
do you expect the person to be
Okay,
doing for
I'm
those
just
2
joking
years?
about the 2 years, but like a year.
So for that whole year, the person
Let me
should
tell
be
you,
sucking
you
up
see-
on the relationship.
Yes.
What I think is, some people might still find it inappropriate that you even date their ex at all.
Yes, yes. Some people still find it inappropriate that you still do.
Especially when you're friends. Like, you mean you're dating someone I once dated?
I feel it depends on the friendship. Like, if you're just my hello, hi friend.
No, good friends, best of friends.
Now that's deep.
That's deep.
Oh, that's deep.
That's very deep. Because I'll be like, so when I was dating him, are you guys having something together? Or it just depends. Probably if I travel out of the country, and maybe you guys meet, I'm like, oh, and the next thing I start dating you, number one, even if you will still have to ask me for permission before you start dating that
Oh,
guy. Yes.
there has to be a permission.
Yes.
Why?
What kind
Yes.
of permission?
Like, oh my God, I ran into your ex-boyfriend and we started dating.
So you will
Is
have
it
a
okay?
problem.
Wait, I want to understand. You still have control over him after you guys are done.
Because no, not even, I don't have control over him
So
after
where does the
when we are
permission
No,
done.
maybe they
from?
control
But
it
like,
from the friendship. Like,
Not
at
that-
least
we are still
when we are friends, yeah,
Yes,
we should be able to
and
have an agreement to do
not
so.
even
It's-
that, let's say we meet and the next thing, you're with him and I'm like, what's going on here? So you have to, tell me, so I'll be
Okay,
prepared.
Yeah, that's what you're going. That's what you're
But
meant to
what's
say.
going to prompt you to ask, what's going on here? You guys are over.
What's going on here? We guys are over, but like, why are you with him? Why are you with my ex-boyfriend?
Because you guys are done.
That's
even
why it's called
though-
an ex-boyfriend.
Even though, if I see my friend with my ex-boyfriend and you didn't tell me that, we have a thing together, I'm ending that relationship, safe.
That
Oh,
one
you're
is-
ending the friendship.
Yes.
That one is not actually bad, whereby she tells you, okay, but you said permission. That means she has come and meet you. I
Yes.
saw your ex-boyfriend. Can I date him?
I
You
saw
are
your
not his mom.
ex-boyfriend.
No, but I think,
then something came up.
When you are friends with someone, don't you think that's the right thing to do? Like, you can't just be, you can't just turn your back tomorrow and the next thing you're seeing is that your best friend is dating your ex.
That's what I said. I said it is not bad, but it is actually right to tell the person, oh yes, I like your ex-boyfriend.
So what if the person tells you, no, you can't date her, she's my ex?
I
Why?
feel that.
Who is the person?
What do you mean by who is
Oh,
the
your
person?
friend tells you, you can't date my ex-girlfriend. She's my...
That is wrong because you are no more dating and you are done. So that means if you tell me no, you can't date my ex-boyfriend, that means you still have something.
For her.
Not for her. Two of you still have something on the ground. Maybe nobody knows.
No, it may just be a
No,
sense of
imagine-
pride. It might just
Yeah,
be a
like-
sense of ego. Like, how can you date someone I've dated? Which everybody has. Like, everybody has that kind of ego to say, I've dated this girl. Why do you want out of every other girl? Why must it be her? Why must it be this guy?
Okay, for a girl, we have something called girl code. So like, you can't do this, you can't do that. So if my friend decides to date my ex, like, girl, you went against that code. So please, I don't know how you're going to do it, but it's not possible when I'm there.
So there is a code
Yes, there is
among
a
girls
code.
that says you can't date a friend's
It
ex.
depends within, like, it's within we as friends.
Yeah, I get
so
it.
if I'm your friend, if you are friends with her, if you guys are females, you guys have different girl codes, but like together, girl code.
Is there a
Stick to
guy
that.
code?
Guys are different. They might
Okay.
say we're indifferent, but then there are some things guys don't take personally.
Okay.
And there are some things guys actually take personally. If you want to date his ex and he has moved on from her, you won't even look back and be like, oh, you want to date her. You
Oh,
are
a
free to do
guy
what you
wouldn't
want.
look back.
Like, it depends. Like, that's why they say some guys are actually indifferent. But for me, if you want to date my ex, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
That's who you like as of the moment. It's not a problem. You're free to do what you want. So far, I am over.
So long as you're over with the person, you can
But
go
what
ahead and...
if, let's say now, you see me dating, probably I was your ex, you see me dating him, and next thing start having feelings for me.
Old firewood, they say, do what? Flames faster, right? Okay. Like old flames could just, rekindle all over again.
Then it's about survival of the fittest.
What do you mean by
and then it
survival
becomes
of
a
the
contest.
fittest?
I still don't get it.
I said,
So what you are saying is, it is actually dangerous
yes,
to date
a friend's
a
ex.
friend's ex.
Yes.
Because that might soil the relationship you have with your friend.
Yes, and also there might be this a little bit of, why did things work out when I was with him? Do you get? And like you said, charcoal and flames coming back together. So yes.
But let's look at it the other way around. What if you're the one and then you say, I'm done with the relationship? And then there is a friend who's standing by and then he wants a girlfriend desperately. And he has seen how good this particular, girlfriend or boyfriend of yours has been. And then he's deciding like, okay, well, these people were together. This person had this character, that person had this character, and now they are done. And he is the one, my friend is the one who broke up. So what's wrong in me going there to fill that space?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you break up with your ex now, you're done, moved on, and then your close friend is like, hey, I'm going to date your ex.
My problem is
there's
why
not going
are
to
you
be a
asking
problem.
for permission? That is my problem.
There shouldn't be any reason for permission whatsoever.
The only thing you're entitled to do is to tell her, oh yes, I like your ex-boyfriend.
Just like you would tell every other friend,
This
is my girlfriend.
This is my girlfriend. That's what. The permission thing is weird. It's like asking me for, let me put it like asking me for conflicts when I don't have conflicts. So why will I still be asking you for permission to take your conflicts when you don't have it?
You seem to have a problem with that.
I really don't have a problem with that because I feel if you value friendship, you just courtesy demand. Name just tell you so that...
That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with you that yes, you're meant to tell, but you use this word permission. Permission is asking for something.
Before something can happen.
Before something can happen.
Okay, maybe I can go back with my words, but like...
Why do you want to go back? To me, if you ask me, I will stand on that and tell you, you must take the permission from me. You need to know why we broke up.
That's what we're friends.
Yes.
You told me why you broke up.
We are friends already, and then you need to ask me, okay, why did you guys break up? Now, I want to date the girl. Can I? So it's wrong for me to give the permission? Because I don't have any ownership of the person. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is what I'm trying to tell you. There is no need for you to ask. You are meant to tell the person because simple, you guys were dating.
I feel
and
you
are
telling
done.
the person in a way means, in a way you are seeking for permission.
You tell the person the
But
same
you
way
should
you
just
tell
be
every random
notifying the
friend.
person as well.
To me, it's like, oh, I want to date your ex-boyfriend. So I'll be like, oh, really, do you want to date him? He's this type of person, he's this type of person. I'll give you what the shortcome of our own relationship, and maybe it can help you to survive when you're with him. So I feel you still have to ask.
Now, from what I'm gathering from everything you guys are saying, it seems to be like there is no big deal dating an ex, so to say.
There is no big deal.
If the normal process is following. And then one of the normal processes, let the person, the ex, know, hey, let it not be a surprise like,
Yes.
You wake up and you see them together.
you guys are dating.
Yes.
Let it be a kind of understanding that, hey, I'm about to date your ex.
Ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
You know. Now, in a case where this person makes it a serious issue, you dare not. You dare not date my ex. What would you do?
That's
That's a very huge decision. For my case, I would ask you why.
He tells you because she was my ex. You can't date someone I've dated. You dare not do that. Would
So
you?
simply because he's your ex or she is your ex, I can't date her.
You can't. That is just his position.
I'll forfeit
Yeah.
that relationship with the friend because
You forfeit the
my
relationship with the
happiness
friend.
comes first.
First.
And
then-
if he's making me happy, I'll drop you as a friend.
So you would take the risk of losing your friend
Yes, I will.
and getting into that relationship.
Yes, I will.
What I feel is that personally, they
Yeah.
must surely, that reason of, oh, simply is my ex, is why you can't date him. There is something underlying in it. There must be a deep reason. Is it that you are going to feel jealous if you see us together? Or you don't like the fact that he's with someone else, you want him to be alone? So there are things like that that will surely be underlining. If it's, you will be jealous if you see the two of us together. I'm sorry for you. Jealousy is actually a reaction. And after a while, you have to suck it up. If you don't suck it up, you continue to feel bitter. If you don't want him to be with anybody else, that's just you being self-centered. That means you don't want him to move on from you. You want him to be alone so far you are alone.
Yeah.
So those two scenarios, it's none of my business. I'll still go for him.
In the case of jealousy, I would consider the friend like, okay, let's say we are all lovey-dovey and all of that. I would, oh my God, this girl was dating this guy, so let me turn it down. Do you understand?
Yeah.
As a form of respect towards the friend. That's just how I see it.
That's
If it's in a
not
case
you.
of jealousy,
If
like
it's
you
in a
feel,
case-
she will feel a
Still-
little bit jealous.
Yes,
because
because-
probably there's a kind of
Because
feeling
you're
still
human,
attached.
you will still
That's
end up
not you
thinking.
living your relationship to the fullest. If you are the kind of person that actually likes public display of affection, so would you feel that, oh, you want to make a video of you and your boyfriend together, then
No,
you now
when-
think when you want to post it, oh, she's going to view it, then you
No,
now change
that's
your mind.
on social media. That's your business. You can easily scroll up, but if
We're all
physically,
physically,
yeah,
in
I
it.
will reduce that.
So if
So
he
you
wants
mean, hold
to,
on, I have a question. So you mean that if you're dating your friend's ex, and normally you and your friend and maybe her boyfriend, you guys used to hang out together, go out to the beach. So how would you handle a situation where you are going to the beach with her ex or his ex?
I will go-
cancel that trip
Why? Because that means it's already affecting your friendship.
because I wouldn't
The
want to
normal
make her
routine you guys
uncomfortable.
take on a normal day now is changing because you're dating an ex.
That is why I'm talking about. You are actually contradicting your relationship for the sake of your friend. You are not making yourself happy. All you are thinking about is, what will she feel? What will she feel? Oh, I'm going to meet him today. And you, so we are living in the same house and you're like, oh, let me go and see him. Then you tell her and her reaction is, Then you be like, oh, I'm no more going. I'll sit down.
No.
That's the same
That's
thing.
not what I'm.
That's what you just said by the old beach scenario you gave out. That all of you want to go to the beach together. And then you realize, oh, she's going to go to the beach with you. And then you're like, I'm going to cancel the trip.
How
Simply because
comfortable
you're
are you
I
gonna
would
be?
not.
And
I'll probably cancel the trip with her.
Yeah.
Then I and my boyfriend will go.
Now that is wrong.
How is that wrong?
But it used to be
Because
fun
it
when
used to be
you
fun
all
when you
go
go
out
together.
Now, but I don't think she's been considerate, and I don't think
Yes.
she's way offline. Now, you probably are going to the beach. The same beach you guys had gone before when it was the other way around.
To be honest, I think I would change it because I'll be like, no, I don't. I'm a very, very dramatic person. So
Okay.
I'll be like, no, change that location. No, we are not going to
Do
go
you
to
get
the
what I'm
beach.
saying?
Yes, I get. But if
I
You
guess-
and your friend have gone to the beach together with
That
that particular girl as his girlfriend. And now she's your girlfriend. You guys want to go back to the beach. and the table has turned.
If I fancy the beach, I'll go.
You go to the beach
I will.
with your friend.
If he wants to come along.
Yeah, he
he's
wants
free.
to come. He wants to come with his
We'll all
girlfriend
go.
and all that.
We'll all
With
go.
his own girlfriend.
Yes.
Then there's no problem.
Even if he's single, we can all go.
No, hey, no.
And then
I
when
mean, if my friend that is the girl is single, I will not allow,
Again.
because 2 is a company, 3 is a crowd. So she'll feel like, ugh,
because probably before you were going out with them as a single,
As
the
a
other person
single.
on the other side, and now you are
Things
the
have
one
turned.
attached, and then she is the other person. That's a really complicated
it's
issue,
complicated. Yes,
It's very
very
complicated.
complicated.
But that's when I feel maybe a sense of maturity should come in.
right? Okay.
You are done with him. You are
I
done
feel
with
you're
him.
human. Like you're human. You surely have an issue
Yes, but
with
there's
it.
a level of attachment that you get to that kind of issue. Like there is no how you won't feel that way, but it is how high you feel that way. Like I don't know. Let me explain it better. The two of you go to the beach together, and then normally there's some things you're meant to look away from. Like you're human, you know it's going to hurt you. Then the only situation you can do is to look away from it. Why would you continue to look at it?
But on the other side, wouldn't you feel like uncomfortable when people who have known you guys begin to see you like, this one is dating his friend's ex?
That's their business.
How does that even make sense?
That's their
It
business.
makes so much sense to me.
Okay.
Because one, all of you were there when they were both dating. You were there when they both ended. So why won't you still be here when she moves on to another person?
So you don't care if they start thinking you were the reason why they broke up?
That
Doesn't
is-
matter how long.
That is when timing comes in. If you have been off each other for a really long time or for a year or two, that's more than enough time. Do they expect her to wait until maybe one day we come back or maybe someone else comes or something like that? No, she will have to move on with her life. And then if she wants to move on with her life with me, I'll be there for her.
Okay, now there is another situation.
I feel that's just their business.
There's another situation. You're having a problem with this new boyfriend of yours, this new girlfriend of yours, and then you need a friend to settle you guys.
I want to go back to the ex.
Oh, you won't go back to your... No, I'm talking about your friend, like
I wouldn't go and meet my friend to. Okay, I'm me.
you're dating her ex-boyfriend now.
I'm me.
And then you're having a problem with the
With
present
him.
guy. And then you want her, that's your friend, and then you want her to like, help me talk to this
No,
guy.
no.
I won't
No,
go
no, I
to-
wouldn't.
You
do
will go
that.
to your friend.
I wouldn't go to that
You will
particular
tell your guy
friend.
to go and help you talk to your girl so
No,
you
I
guys
won't.
can reconcile your
No,
differences.
I'll go to another friend, not that particular, because it'll be like, this was how we broke up. Nah,
So do
I
you
wouldn't.
think all these complications are worth it?
Yes.
Because it seems to me like there are so many complications when you date your friend's ex.
There are.
There are always complications in every relationship you take. There are different
Okay.
complications. The way the matters arise is the way you take them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you see that yes, or you see that that can be the only friend you have.
Sure.
That can't be the only friend you have.
But it's just a friend that is always the best friend.
Yes. So there's a different case of when you're dating your best friend's ex and when you're dating your friend's ex.
No, if we say friends, we are expanding. There are so many friends. We're looking at your closest friend.
I won't go and meet her.
I don't even think, personally, I don't have just one best friend. I have different best friends.
Okay.
So I would go and meet another best
So you
friend.
avoid that particular one,
I would,
even if she
Yeah.
has the best of advice.
yes.
Or you avoid your particular guy, even if he has the best of advice. You
Yes.
wouldn't go back just because he had dated the
Get her.
lady.
Yes.
once. Now, what would be your reason for not going
Because
back?
I'll question his judgment no matter what he tells me.
So there is actually trust issues between you and him.
I
then.
won't call it trust issues. It's just being sharper than normal because there is no how.
Oh, sharper than normal. I like that word.
There
sharper
is
than normal.
There is no how you will know that this person dated this person. Then go back and tell the person the gist, and the person won't relate it to the relationship the person was with that particular person. So in your mind, it might give you the best of advice.
Okay.
But deep down in your heart, you surely question that advice.
Why would you not go back to ask your friend for advice?
Why would I not go back to ask my friend for advice? Because I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, okay, let me just go and beg him.
But she knows the person better.
I feel that statement is wrong because I'm also in a relationship with him. Like, I feel if you know him better, then why do you guys break up?
Yeah, probably that's the reason they broke up, because she had already seen a lot more than you may have been seeing, and then she has words.
She has words. I would still not go and meet her, to be very honest. I feel there's this little bit of ego with me, like, oh, me going to go and meet my friend. No, I wouldn't go and meet her. I'll go and meet another friend.
Well, you have been watching Hot Button, and we are talking about dating a friend's ex. And we've raised a lot of issues here. I hope you're listening, and I hope you're making sense out of everything we're talking about. It is really, really dicey and a little bit complicated to get involved dating a friend's ex. But from our discussion here, we're trying to see how people can find a way around it, since you may not know who is destined for you at the end of the day. Now, before we go, how are we supposed to handle a situation of dating a friend's ex when it comes? Now, that's the sound of complication.
Yes.
That silence is a big sound of complication.
Because
All
there are different ways it can come up.
Okay.
It can come up in a way that the friend's ex, or the friend, like the ex-friend, yeah, the person can be a very jealous person.
Okay.
And the person can also be a very cool person.
Okay.
So in that kind of situation, if the person is actually very cool, I won't say it won't matter to him. It won't matter to him so much as to see his friend dating his ex. But then if the person is a very jealous person, that will be the only thing on the person's head.
And so you have to approach it carefully.
You have to approach it in the
So
best.
what's the best way to approach it in a
The
situation
best way to
like
approach it
that?
is to watch the person. If you know this person is a very jealous person,
And is capable of doing anything, at that point it is best
you back off
to back off.
for maybe give the person a little bit more time to be sure that the person has actually gone over the person. But if the person is actually very cool with it, you talk it out to the person.
Okay.
And the
As
person says
mature
yes.
people. All right, let me hear your
I
own
think
line
I'll
from
talk
there.
it out with the person, and if person is otherwise, I pray.
Oh, you pray.
I pray because God is the only answer to all this kind of
So if you
situation.
find a friend who is really temperamental, and then she tells you can't do that over my dead body,
I'll actually leave. I would forfeit that
you
friendship.
would rather forfeit
Yes,
the
I
relationship.
will forfeit that friendship.
Well, that's the much we can take on the program today. You've heard it all. When it gets to a dangerous point, the best thing to do is walk away. But if it is something that can be talked over and then amicably resolved, well, you could go ahead and give love a chance to work. I hope someone out there has learned something useful. When it gets dangerous and then it puts your life on the line, back up. A relationship is not worth destruction of your friendship or yourself. All right, do take care of yourself until we come your way same time next week. God bless you.